Yeah. What's the last book that you read that changed the way that you saw something?
I'm reading 7 Habits. That's changed my way completely. I mean, it's already changed my life big time. Best book I've read in a long time, Replay. That was
Replay.
Yeah, by Ken Grimwood. So good.
What's it about?
It's basically, this guy has Groundhog's Day every day. Not every day. He has Groundhog's Day for like 20 years. And he gets to keep reliving his life over knowing what he knows. So he knows everything.
This is a fiction book.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's just really interesting how would you live your life, and it's just interesting to reflect on, like, how would you live your life knowing everything you know now if you had to start over at 18? And it's just, I just think conceptually it's really interesting to think about.
That could inform the way that you live your life today.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like chapter 2 of 7 Habits. Begin with the end in mind.
I was just talking about this with somebody the other day, how aging, getting older, for me, like, I felt like the most obvious things about time passing were totally beyond me. Like, I just didn't have an understanding that, like, I was going to get older in a way. So now every once in a while I try to think, like, oh, well, wait, what am I going to be like in 5 years or 10 years? And is there some advice that future me wants to give me now?
What kind of advice did you give yourself?
I don't know. I guess I haven't done it for a while.
What do you think it would be?
But, well, maybe it is just, maybe it's sort of self-referential in that it would be to think about the future a little bit. But at the same time, I'm always accepting my own mortality as well. I think that's a really powerful thing.
No, sure. Accepting it. I mean, I think
accepting that you're not permanent, so it's not necessarily, you're not necessarily gonna, things don't necessarily matter.
I think, what was crazy? I was digitizing all my photos so I could put them on an album. And I was digitizing these photos, which is cool because now I have this tablet on the wall I'm going to put up.
Yeah.
And all my photos will be rotating through it so I can reflect on everything I've done in my life and see friends and see cool experiences to do that. My brother did. I thought it was a really great idea. Like a tablet with all your photos.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see photos of me in like college where I had more hair. And it made me almost a little sad. Right? It's like, oh my God, I'm balding now and shit. That's crazy talk. Luckily, my face is pretty decent, so I'm okay.
Have you ever seen the 7 Up series?
No.
It's like a BBC thing where they follow these people starting at 7 years old, and every 7 years they did a documentary about each of them, and now they're like 70 or something.
Is that good?
And it's excellent, but for me personally, I find it like depressing.
Dude, it's hella sad.
It bums you out to see somebody and you see their dreams when they're 7, and then you see them at 70 something, and
like doing crack on the street.
Well,
meth.
It's for me. It makes things look like it was already written from the beginning for some of these people. It has that appearance to it. There's not a lot of surprises.
I mean, I think that's the point, though, with like the 7 Up series, or even me looking at my college photos, is to appreciate every single day and like maximize as much as you can. Like if there's things you want tomorrow, sometimes you have to sacrifice today.
Yeah.
But also like every day counts. Like Chad wants to live forever, my business partner, and I love him. And he wants to live forever because he's like, there's so much things I want to do.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do it all. So you really have to, like, who am I spending time with? What am I working on? Where am I?
I can relate to that